You know that browser that's used to install Chrome? It has a news section on the homepage, and it's filled with news and some of these news articles have comments enabled, and deep in these sleazy comments, I came across a different type of user. While most commenters stick to their slightly enraged way of speaking, this user's comments are
complete nonsense.
Meet Mr. J, an avid user of MSN News, with almost 1,600 comments, with every single comment being nonsense. Let me show you some. Fizzy drinks are bad for health to cause an effect to create for your cancer and load weight of feet stones. What are feet stones? Is that like a kidney stone but for feet? But wasn't planning for the new Coca-Cola juice. 7-Up juice and much more juice better than gas fizzy drink is dangerous. Nintendo sales continue to slump as supply chains and fading engagement bite. And he writes, Japan are cruel game of horror for my kids. Do restaurants, cafes, pubs and clubs have to provide free tap water? He writes, don't use that tap water. You should be getting a fresh bottle of water. Could be good health. Tap water is really good, usual at all, because tap water is unclean. There is damp of water, can affect cancer from that. Use a fresh bottle of water instead for good health. Weird, huh? But what's that you say? It's probably just translated. It's a bold theory. Let's look at some more. Coming soon, new cars worth waiting for. He writes, stop being through new cars in the UK. Why did they increase up the new car like this? This can be worn. There is worse to cause heavy traffic jams at all. Over the UK. Just very ridiculously. How to expect of that increase of new car purpose be here? Witcher 3 set for the next generation console release in 4th quarter. He says, should be banned of it right now. Please sign the petition to ban The Witcher 3 right now. I don't WhatsApp on people phones, which might affect serious hacks or spy the virus on the network. Should be blocked. It is. Or turn off the states. I agree, we should just turn off the states. I've had enough. Switch it off. Aha, if he was translating, he probably wouldn't use all caps or make spelling mistakes. Oh, what's that now? Maybe he's from a different country and his English isn't very good? Alright, let's see some more. From the 20th of February, the health of Britain's Queen Elizabeth. OMG, what is she doing? What's disposed to be ride that horses? I don't wonder why this such in my life. Wow. 18 replies, but the article was deleted. Maybe because her health is a little bit different now. East London is best, is place gone worst. Overall, became 0 stars. They're not listening to the rules. See this? It is unhygienic to check to make a freshly things in the equipment in the shops. They say East London corner shop given 0 hygiene rating for not putting milk in fried. Oh my god. How could kill people? Were try things in food? Oh almighty. What's hell purpose? Like they are people thinking doing. Biggest Greg's in the world opens. He writes, what the hell that? Looks like the future of the biggest Greg shop in there, isn't? I can't be expected out of this. Might be too for me to love these pictures. Guess it is. Man tries to live on discounted food for a week but ends up regretting it. He comments, may something infection inside the food. Just be careful. What are you eat those freshly careful? If there's something gone bad, just toss away at all. He replies to someone saying, you good bro? And he says, well I was being Sainsbury's from 2015. Since 2015 he's been Sainsbury's the whole thing. That's kind of good. I find something for box of ready meals to buy too. So went home to make ready to eat food in the oven. So we're serving to dinner. When I ate ready of char-grilled chicken pasta the next day, I have upset is turnover on my stomach of fights. What's a stomach of fights? And how do I get one? It became broad on my stomach. We are going to throw it away. I thought you already ate it. I don't buy it again with yellow sticker. Like this entire my life. No thanks. Just disgusting. Please don't go, okay? Please don't go. There. He must be from the UK if he's been Sainsbury's for the past 7 years. Now that I've fully convinced you, let's look into some deep lore of Mr. J. Can you name these video game characters? He writes, I love the 1980s games in the world. The ones that are out of the world. Like E.T., we just shot all the copies into space. That shit. I dislike harder games. It's a normal game to relax in my mind, but I want too much games. Too playing it is. Here's a controversial statement. Wasn't checking the permissions before entry. I believe that people cause terrorism here in the UK. Objection! I just have to disagree. I seen a cat the other day, he had a suicide vest on. Wasn't trying to stop them and to proof the truth by interview. Why they people are doing here.
What's he doing here?
About tearless onion, he writes, is very painful, cause eyes tear from the onions, but is too much chopped onions cause burst your eyes. Don't get fool yourself at home. Put that on a t-shirt. Here's some more lore. On an article about The Simpsons, he says, I love it, The Simpsons, since in my life. He must be dead. On an article about British food, he says, I don't want a horror food to make like those pictures. Yuck. He also writes for his wife. She writes, these worst of new trains could be very critical. This is how major plans to spend to create of high price to believe. People who were fed up with it are a waste of money for the ticket pay is a high price fare for. I know, believe that, most expensive for ticket financial to them made is being paid for these new trains. Stop! Why they all gone on strike all? Frog found in Aldi lettuce.
You gotta eat the lettuces.
He writes, my god, wasn't told them a head of manager of Aldi company reported about this. How come to health hazard like this? This found a frog in lettuce. Should toss away the lettuce and don't let them buy this again. Like the frog bought the lettuce. About Katie Price launching an OnlyFans, he writes, I think better have to stop showing the public places those pictures about the girls. Should leave her alone and stay her in private life way to it is. What disposed to be this display scat to that? Display scat? Is that really what she's doing on OnlyFans? Jesus. The surprising reason why many of London's pigeons have no feet. And he writes, maybe the pigeons of war. The pigeon war? Don't you know about the pigeon war? Talking about Final Fantasy 14. Waste of time this game, # Final Fantasy. Too much. Weren't stopping the game at the end of the game right now. This is a loss over plot that is Final Fantasy games. I don't know what he's saying, but I agree. Law change allows wild birds to be killed to protect game birds in England. He writes, how could you dare kill any bird like this? That is illegal of it.
This is illegal, you know.
Should cease of the game right now. And stop killing the blackbirds, will ya? The game birds are like, they're like, not real. Guys, quick. I think after hours of searching, I finally come to a conclusion about why he writes like this. After carefully scrutinising every single one of his 1600 comments, I finally come to the conclusion that I just don't think he writes so good.
This is it. This is how it ends.